What's going on, YouTube? Uh, Lately, there's been a lot of talk, and what's surprising about this talk is it's coming from a lot of Charger fans, coming from fans of a team that have yet to win a championship. They're going around to Bronco fans, whatever Chiefs fans there are, and Raider fans, talking a whole lot of trash after they just got beat by the Jets, choked again. Another statistical good season wasted, and they're going around talking. They have AFC championships, which every team in the AFC West has by now, but they don't have one ring to show for it. And they continue to talk. Clearly, their team, record-wise, has been better than us for quite some time now. And I'll give them their credit. They've won more games during the regular season, but as usual, they break down in the playoffs. No player really represents that better than LT, who tends to disappear. Well, hold on, he has competition. Nate Kadings, of course, choking on that field goal. Oh man, Charger fans. And the thing is, I don't really talk trash, especially when my team doesn't do well. Because Raiders, another 5-11 season. So a lot of you guys are right. A lot of guys said, we're gonna go 5-11 this year. Of course, we had higher hopes, and we finished 5-11. But I mean, it's they lose in the playoffs again, and you would think that they'd be humble or quiet, but they even do more talking. I don't understand. First of all, Charger fans are all on their bandwagon. That let's just establish that they're all bandwagon fans for the most part. And then for them to act like that after they lost again in the playoffs, I mean, when will their fans really get real? They have a horrible franchise. They've always been horrible, so I don't understand why this year's any different. Now on to more important things. What I feel the Raiders should do coming into next season. Um, I really would like to see vast improvement on the offensive line. I think if we can get a lot of guys have been hurt, but if we can get our O-line patched up, I think we can do some damage. I actually like our receiving core. I think if we give guys like Darius Hayward-Bay another year, Lewis Murphy another year, we have guys like Johnny Lee Higgins can catch sure hands, Chaz Shillings. We'll be all right. And Zach Miller, I think he's gonna have a good year next year. If we can get a quarterback to throw to him, one that can play the entire season and one that can play consistently, I think he can have a great year. You see him in the Pro Bowl. But our quarterback situation is one of the worst in the NFL. Clearly, uh, Jamarcus Russell. I mean, what more can I say about Jamarcus Russell that hasn't been already said by 98% of Raider Nation? Uh, Bruce. I mean, he had a winning record, but once again, our offensive line proved unable to keep their quarterback healthy, which is their primary objective. And Charlie Fry really made some plays. I know his stats aren't going to look good. I think he had one touchdown and 4 picks. But I mean, he made plays. He looked to me, honestly, like a more mobile Jamarcus Russell. I say this because he was able to make some passes that Russell does make, but he showed more consistency. I mean, it's hard to prove that, seeing that he only had 1 touchdown to 4 interceptions from what I've seen, but he was able to, when plays broke down, when he couldn't stay in the pocket and just throw it, He moved around, made things happen with his feet, and that's something Jamarcus Russell hasn't been able to do. And what's really ultimately crushed our hopes of having a winning season. Because we need what's killed us was the three and outs and our turnovers. I stated in my video, my first video for the new season, that he has to work on turnovers, to lowering turnovers, stop losing fumbles, stop fumbling. That was the most important thing I said about Jamarcus Russell coming into the season, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't worked on it. Well, if he did, we haven't seen any improvement, because he probably, if he played the entire season, he would have led the league in fumbles lost. So there you go. Defensively, I really think the defense really hung in there. I mean, considering the amount of three and outs we had, considering the turnovers we had on offense, uh, just this lack of points, just production, passing, one of the worst passing teams in the NFL, if not the worst. Running the ball, we didn't run the ball well. I mean, the defense really hung in. I still think we need someone else to replace Chris Johnson. I mean, we tried getting safety help, but the plays that he didn't get help, he was still burned on. I remember in the Browns game specifically, where I was hoping we would win back-to-back games. He got burned by some no name receiver from the Browns. Um, I mean, there's not much you can say about that. I mean, yes, he's playing alongside a Pro Bowl corner, but the another way you have to understand, you can't get beat deep. That's one of the important parts of playing the corner position. You can't get beat deep, and he's made that mistake too many times. And if we really want to defend the pass well, like I believe we'll be able to do, we're gonna have to get something going on with that corner position. Special teams, I think, is where we excel at. That's probably our best part. Kick returning, probably not the best. Coverage, punt coverage is not the best, but we have the best kickers in the NFL. Shane Leckler, uh, our lone Pro Bowler, another great year, man. I mean, the defense was bad because of our offense, but without Shane Leckler, they would have been in worse condition. And Sebastian Janikowski, I mean, he has the strongest leg in the NFL. He hit a 61-yarder this year. That was pretty much the highlight of our year. But the guys really they stuck together. They hung in there. And it's clear we have work to do. It's clear we have a lot of work to do. But if we can make some of those moves, we can get something going for the next year. Hopefully get into the playoffs. See what we can do from there. But we just need to bring it together as a team, as an organization, and get on the right track. And for the NFL draft, please, Al Davis, do not draft a first round quarterback. Please. I don't care if whoever quarterback coming out in the draft ends up being the next Peyton Manning. I do not care. Do not draft a first round quarterback ever. Ever.